Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 8 of Transfer Weekly with me, Chris McCarthy. This week we're going to be talking FRECA, SMP Racing, W Series and also Alpine F1 as well. So plenty to cover even though there's only 2 transfers, and we'll start with those. They both came in FRECA. The first one we kind of knew that was going to happen, and that is Konrad David will be back. And we'll be back racing with RHGP in FRECA. The reigning vice champion took 2 wins and 9 podiums last year. We knew he was going to be racing in the series this year, but now it's been announced he will be with RHGP, where he joins Gabriel Bortoleto and Lorenzo Fluxa as they look to retain the team's title. And Hadrian already been out racing this year over in Formula Regional Asia and took 2 wins in the 2 rounds that he did. So set to have a very good season. He's going to be the highest seed coming into FRECA this season. And one of the drivers he's going to be racing against, we're going to move over now to Race Performance Motorsport. The new team on the grid announced their first driver for this season, and that is Pietro Deligawanti. The young Italian makes the switch across from Monolite Racing, was often racing by himself in that team, but did a great job, particularly towards the end of the season, made some great progress, taking 3 points finishes in the last 4 rounds, including a 5th at the Red Bull Ring. So I really do believe Pietro could be one to watch this year if RPM can get that car going quickly. Okay, let's move on to some other news then. We're going to start with SMP Racing, and sadly the effects of the war over in Ukraine have been felt in the feeder series. SMP Racing, the Russian motorsport development program, have been set to withdraw all their drivers from international competition, and this has affected 4 Russian drivers in particular. Alex Smolyar, who was set to race in F3 with MP Motorsport, Kirill Small, who looked like he was going to be racing with KIC in FRECA, Nikita Bedrin, who was lined up to do F4, and Ira Sidorkova, who was set to do the W Series as well. So a huge shame for these drivers, young Russian drivers chasing the dream to try and race in F1, and sadly a war in Ukraine has seen their seasons now thrown up. And for Alex Smolyar, it's unlikely that he'll be racing in F3 unless he can find some serious funding. As for the others, they've got a bit more time, and hopefully they're able to do something to get out on track this year. But a huge shame that it's now affecting even drivers in the feeder series, along with Nikita Mazepin, of course, in F1. Okay, then let's go to some more positive news, shall we? W Series, first 7 drivers have been confirmed. Not really news. The top 8 from last year's season, including the top 2 rookies, are guaranteed places. So the drivers on the list so far are Jamie Chadwick, Alice Powell, Emma Kimmerlainen, Sarah Moore, Fabian Volvend, Abby Pulling and Betske Visser. More places to be filled, plenty more between now and the season opener in Miami in May, and we'll keep you posted here on Transfer Weekly. And talking of one of the drivers I just mentioned there, Alpine F1 launched a new affiliate program for drivers in the lower feeder series to support them, and one of the drivers is Abby Pulling. She is joined in that program by Konrad David in FRECA, Nicolas Solov in Spanish F4, and then Keen Nakamura and Mateus Ferreira, 2 drivers racing in OK Junior this year. So Alpine F1, we found out who their academy drivers were in F2 and F3 a couple of episodes ago. Now we know who these drivers they are backing in the affiliate program as well. So congratulations to all of those 5 drivers. Remaining seats time, well, there are now 2 seats in F3 due to Alex Smolyar no longer racing at MP and Genza, and 9 at least in FRECA. And speaking of FRECA, they will be out testing next week at Barcelona, but it's race week, of course, in F2 and F3 over in Bahrain. The rest of the series in terms of FRECA and F4 all kick off between the 18th of April and the 8th of May as well. But best of luck to all the F2 and F3 drivers racing in Bahrain this weekend. It's going to be fascinating to watch. Really excited for it. And keep an eye on my channel as I will be doing season previews for both classes. Hope you like the video. Give it a like, give the channel a subscribe to keep up to date with those videos coming up. Keep an eye on my Twitter at Chris McCarthy32 for all updates on news in the feeder series. And next Monday, I will be back again for episode 9. See you then.